Hey y'all, it's your girl A.O. Keish, and it's story time. Okay, it's early in the morning, and y'all better be lucky I love y'all, because it's been on my mind heavy to give y'all this part two, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna make them wait till Thursday. Here it go. Charge it to my heart, charge it to my mind, and not to my heart. This next part, I'm gonna have to just give y'all the meat and potatoes, because the details are very, very foggy. But I'm gonna make sure I give y'all like the meat and potatoes of what happened next, okay? Here we go, part two. Okay, so after the whole ordeal, I just was like, I'm gonna distance myself. I'm still not correlating that my friend is the one who put me in this predicament. I just decided, you know what? Those are your friends. I don't have to be around them. So she continued to hang out with them. She continued to let them stay there. I'm just not going to be a part of the circus. You get what I'm saying? So, we were still cool, but I definitely wasn't coming around there like that. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I ended up giving her key back. Period. So after some time, Miss Baby Hairs ended up not moving in with her boyfriend, but I think like her boyfriend had got like a new apartment or whatever, and she started being over there more. So staying out there in Eureka Gardens is again a based on your income apartment. So I'm not sure how the conversation happened, but from my understanding, the deal was that the two, Bootsy and Webby, could stay there as long as they kept up with the rent. And the rent wasn't even $100. So I'm not sure what happened or how it happened or whatever. Bootsy, Webby, and Miss Baby Hairs ended up getting into it. Miss Baby Hairs was taking their money. She made up some reason that she was getting evicted because of them, and it was a lie. And she ended up putting them girls out after they had just paid her the money for the rent, because she didn't want them staying there no more, instead of just telling them that she didn't want them staying there no more. So long story short, she ended up telling Bootsy and Webby they had to go. They had to leave. They had to move out. And that didn't go over too well. Listen, after some time of telling them, they had to go, and they had to be out by a certain time, Bootsy and Webby, they ended up leaving. So my friend called me, and she was like, hey, can you come over here with me? Just for a little backup or whatever. I want to go over there and check on my apartment and make sure they gone, make sure they got everything out of there before me and my baby come back over there. I was like, cool, I'm going to come over there with you. Man, when we got over there, listen, these girls destroyed that girl apartment. Walked through holes in the wall. I'm talking about you could fit your whole body through the wall. Holes. I'm talking about somebody came through there and was trying to bust out the walls. So when I get over there, my friend, she's hysterical. She crying. She don't know what she gonna do. Y'all, I lie to you not, them holes in the wall. And it was more than 3 holes. And a bit of me on the inside felt vindicated. Because I was like, I told you. I told you. So fast forward, I'm not sure how much time had then went by. But it got to a point where they was beefing so bad now after this point that now they want to fight. Well, my friend want to fight them. So I forgot how it got set up or whatever the case, but it ended up being a big ass brawl. I think that we found out that Bootsy and Webby was still out there in Eureka, just at somebody else's apartment, or either that. However it go, it ended up being a... Listen, is lanes 1, 2, and 3. I think my friend stayed in lane 3. We was going back and forth with these girls all the way from lane 3 all the way to lane 1. I'm talking about talking shit like swing, bang. So in the midst of all of us, out there brawling, going back and forth, arguing with them, we got to lane 2, which is where Mr. Wet Wet stayed at with his old lady. So Mr. Wet Wet, again, like I told you, he an OG or whatever the case may be. And Bootsy and Webby was friends with his old lady. And they were outnumbered by us. So when Mr. Wet Wet came out to see what was going on, I can't remember if it was Bootsy or Webby, they was trying to get Mr. Wet Wet old lady to come outside. Mr. Wet Wet was like, no, y'all get that shit away from my door. Y'all ain't finna call my old lady out here. My old lady ain't finna do nothing. And I think his old lady even tried to come out, and he was like, get your ass back in the house. You not finna be a part of this motherfucking foolishness. In the midst of that, I guess one of the girls finally seen me And this is how I found out that my friend had set me up. So out of nowhere, during the arguing, I can't remember if it was Boosie or Webby, but one of them spotted me in the group. And they was like, Keisha, I don't even know why you out here anyway. She ain't your motherfucking friend. She the one who yada, 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 yada. Because, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of over it. So I'm looking, because I'm already like not really wanting to be here. And I told you that basically this was going to be the end result. Still trying to be a supportive friend. But when she said that, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I left. Because at that point, like I said, I had a feeling, but I didn't have no proof and I wasn't sure. Miss Baby Harris ended up being the snake in the whole situation, and she was lying, scheming, plotting, and scheming on everybody. So yeah, us going up and down the street, nobody just swung at this point. We're really just causing commotion. We really just causing a scene. I ended up leaving because we was just out there causing a scene. Nobody was swinging. Nobody was doing nothing. She was just, you know what I'm saying, out there doing a whole bunch of arguing or whatever. I left, but I know for a fact they didn't end up fighting. And that was actually my last time ever stepping foot in Eureka that night. So yeah, after that, my friend, she ended up moving her stuff out the apartment because she wasn't going to be able to fix them holes in the wall. She wasn't going to be able to do it. So yeah, after that, that was the last time I spoke to Miss Baby Harris. That's the last time I ever seen Boots and Webby. That's the last time I ever stepped foot in Eureka. And then once the girl finally put a stamp on, let me know that my best friend, the one who calls to me, get set up there in Eureka, I from then on was not very inviting. To this day, like, it's hard for me to trust females. Because I'm telling you, like, I knew this girl from school all the way up until, you know what I'm saying, we was cool. We stayed in the same neighborhood and everything. Moral of the story is, be careful who you call your friend. That's why ever since then, I promise you, to this day, it ain't easy for me to call you a friend. Because I'm telling y'all, I got stories way before this. Because like I told y'all, part 1 and part 2, this was like how my run ended out in Eureka. Before that, y'all, I got so many stories of how I had this girl back. Like, this girl done got me in a lot of fights out there in Eureka just for her to turn around and do me like that. Like my mama said, and it rang true that day, everybody is not your friend. And my mama told me, her specifically, because when we was living in the same neighborhood, my mama used to tell me specifically about her that she wasn't my friend. And I had to find out the hard way. You live and you learn. Be careful out there.